Jacob is forced to confront Sarah's death in Emmerdale when a crucial decision is made. Emmerdale is heading towards one of the most emotionally charged episodes of the season, and the story between Jacob and Sarah becomes more and more haunting with each episode. What makes this storyline so compelling is the contrast between the innocent happiness of preparing for parenthood and the brutal truth that lies just around the corner, ready to bring it all down. A truth that they both deliberately avoid because if they touch it, everything they've built could crumble. Jacob Gallagher and Sarah Sugden believe they're about to welcome a child via a charitable surrogate. In their excitement, they ignore the scariest fact: Sarah might not live long enough to see her child grow up. The illness that limits her lifespan has always been a silent countdown clock, and now it's ringing louder than ever. Sarah's desire to become a mother was painful from the start. The feeling that time was slipping away from her control made her cling to the dream of having a child before she died. When health complications forced her to have a hysterectomy, it seemed like the final blow her life could deal, until charity stepped up and offered to be a surrogate. It was an act of love, but also filled with the complex emotions that only the Dingles could bring. Sarah and Jacob's love blossomed along with the joy of knowing they were going to have a child through surrogacy. In that moment of happiness, Jacob proposed. But all that joy was built on a fragile foundation, ready to collapse at any moment when the truth slowly returned and overwhelmed them. The first person to bring them back to reality was Eric Pollard. Although he appeared supportive on the outside, Eric was secretly preparing to face the pain he was sure would come. What makes the story even more moving is the way Eric's love manifests itself. Tough, misguided, but born of fear of loss and a desire to protect Jacob's future. When Kerry discovers that a bank account in her name contains £15,000, chaos erupts. Her joy is dashed when Jacob warns her it may be a scam. When Eric finally confesses, the truth is much darker. He has transferred money through Kerry's account to create a tax-free fund for Jacob, in case Sarah dies. It's a cruel but rational plan. A medical student with a newborn baby and the grief of losing his wife, how could Jacob survive? It's the kind of cold-blooded preparation that can only come from someone who has seen so much tragedy. Kerry is initially outraged but eventually softens, even offering to help Eric if he comes up with another plan. But the big question remains whether the money will matter when tragedy actually strikes. Because the secret Charity is hiding is the real earthquake. Behind her familiar strong facade lies a devastating truth. Charity has lost Jacob and Sarah's embryo. The baby she is carrying is not theirs, but the result of a night spent with Ross Barton. When this truth is revealed, everything will be in ruins. Sarah's already fragile dream of motherhood will be shattered. Jacob will face the biggest challenge of his life when his trust, love and hope for her are torn apart. The future they have clung to all this time could disappear before it even begins. Now, Jacob is forced to face the unthinkable: Sarah's possible death, an uncertain future and the feeling that everything is slipping away. But the greatest pain is still lurking behind the door that has not been opened. And when it comes, Emmerdale will certainly never be the same.